Okay. And you just want to keep your anonymity. So you're using a voice changer, and we're not going to say your name. You weren't one of those guys, but you did, since they didn't release anybody, everybody that came in that weekend was held the whole weekend.
Correct.
So you got to see some of them. And we chatted a little bit before, but you were there with Jeff Sokol.
Mm-hmm.
And you were there with Vincent Ambrosio.
Yes.
And Jesse Velez.
Yes.
And the other guys were there, but not around you. They were already in a different wing of the police station.
I would say that's yes.
Okay. Now, some of the guys had been there for a few days. Did they have showers? Did they have a change of clothes for these guys?
I mean, they didn't have a shower for me, so...
right. So you just had to sit in your same clothes the whole time, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there really wasn't an option as far as that goes. I'd been in there from Saturday, and so I was kind of I saw what the routine was from Saturday night and Sunday night, if you will.
Right.
But there was no opportunity to shower. But they were kind of the officers were considerate. They asked us each morning what we wanted for breakfast from McDonald's, and made sure we got that.
Nice. So and what about lunch and dinner? Was that McDonald's too?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It was all kind of fast food and stuff. They didn't really, it wasn't like, what do you want from, an Italian restaurant or anything like that. It was just like whatever's fast food that they could get. But, drinks included, so they weren't very, they were pretty considerate.
Oh, all right. Nice. And you were in your own individual cells, or was it a group cell, or two in a bunk?
When they bring you in for processing, there's usually you might be in the processing cell before you get fingerprints and things like that.
Right.
With other people, if you were. But once you get to your cell, you were in your own individual cell.
Huh. Okay. And what, do you have a toilet and a cot?
Yeah, toilet, cot. I'm pretty sure there was a little sink there too.
So you were there with, who was in the cell next to you?
I feel like it was Ambrosio.
Ambrosio was next to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he already there when you got there, or was he brought in when you were already there?
He was. I think he was brought in when I was already there.
Okay.
He was there, and definitely Sokol and Velez.
And was there TV or any entertainment or books or anything?
I don't believe so.
Oh man. So your only entertainment was chatting with each other.
I mean, if you could, you know what I mean, or if you were just, stuck in your head thinking about what's going on, or et cetera,
Oh,
a lot of guys weren't as chatty as you would have assumed they would have been.
Right.
Especially at the precinct.
Right.
It wasn't until later on when, in the morning they took everybody any arrest from the weekend.
Right.
Put them into a car or to a van, and then drove everybody over to get arraigned.
Oh, so you all got arraigned at the same time?
Well, I mean, not exactly at the same time, but one after the other. Yeah.
Was anybody what was Velez like? What was Jesse Velez was the big guy. He came for a 13-year-old boy. He was the one that had the Jurassic Park T-shirt and the red shorts.
Yeah. No, I remember them.
Right.
I would say he was definitely a little quiet. I kind of felt a little bad for him, but he seemed like he was definitely a little bit, remorseful, but at the same time, kind of confident that everything was going to be okay.
Right.
And worked out.
So he kind of had a good attitude about everything?
Yeah, definitely somber. There was many periods where he was very quiet.
So did you conversate with Jesse Velez?
He I did. Now this happened later on, was once after they arraigned everybody.
Right.
And whoever made bonds, whoever, or bails, they didn't make bail, then they had to go into, they had to get processed down in
oh, gotcha.
court.
Okay.
So that's where, and more of an opportunity to kind of converse with people, because what they did was they like kind of crammed the room, because you had all these people from the weekend there, plus, people from other, I guess, police stations in the district, if you will, or whatever, that needed to all be brought in. And they kind of just like, for a good hour, crammed 20 people, 25 people like, into one room. It was kind of between like entering into the jail to going into like the prison. Right. And like that's where, we were able to communicate a little bit, and people were just wandering around, like, what are they going to do, like just sitting there. And everyone was kind of getting antsy too, because, they were everyone was like sardines, if you will. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, like we were all pretty damn like, close and stuck in there for a good hour.
Oh man. But Jesse kind of kept his cool. He was somber, but kept his cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now what about Jeff? Did he also keep his cool? Jeff Sokol?
He kept his cool. He was pretty confident that he was going to be able to get out of this.
What made him so confident he was going to be able to get out of it?
I can't tell you for sure, obviously, but, from what he said, he thought, there was maybe that he had some money, or family members had some money, and he'd be able to get a good lawyer and, be able to really, take care of his case.
Right. Did he talk about, like, the sting and what he said to the decoy and things like that?
No, and you know what? I would say most of the guys all the guys that I spoke to didn't say anything along those lines.
Oh no.
They didn't really talk about the fine details of what had just happened. I mean, they were obviously like a little taken back that it. I guess I could see that they seemed to be a little hesitant because of the thing, and I mean, those guys just aren't going to like take it the right way if you're trying to hold your situation like that in front of all these people who are within an earshot. So a lot of them didn't really mention what
they didn't get specifics. Did Jeff talk about anything else besides his confidence in being able to get out?
I think that was more his line pretty much a lot. Kind of just and feeling like really comfortable or confident, not comfortable. And that might have been some nerves. Right. And just trying to like tell yourself that you're going to be okay. So but other than that, like I can't recall whether. I don't remember if he said anything specifically.
And then you had a cell next to Vincent Ambrosio.
Yes.
And did they let him keep his cowboy hat or no?
No, they did not. I didn't see that at all. As far as because like when he came in, that was right. He came in, he was there. I didn't see the hat. When we left in the morning, I didn't see the hat. So he wasn't wearing it at all any time.
What did he talk about? Did he cry? Was he upset? Did he make jokes? What was he doing?
No, he didn't make jokes. I mean, there were a bunch of other guys there who were making jokes about other things, but he was just talking because we were all just these like 25 guys just stuck in this room,
Oh wow, yep.
But once again, Vincent Ambrosio, he seemed kind of like somber, like regretful, upset. Definitely. Definitely upset.
Did he call? Did he make bail? Did he call his relatives, or was he too scared to call? Do you know?
I really don't. I don't know that. honestly.
That's
I
going
don't
to be
know
a
that.
tough call for these guys to make. They got to say, hey, listen, you got to come pick me up and bring some money.
I would assume so, especially when, they've got to explain what for,
Exactly.
I mean, that's got to be really tough, I mean, I'm not going to get into specifics about what happened to me, but definitely was so tough to have to, call my parents or family and try and get them to, come help me out.
Right. And when the, excuse me, you said when the police came and brought you Egg McMuffins or whatever for breakfast,
Yeah.
you gave yours to Ambrosio.
Yeah, I just wasn't really hungry or anything,
Right. I can imagine. Like I'm just picturing it. I probably wouldn't want to eat either. I'd probably be stressed out.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just didn't want to, I wasn't ready to sit down and eat a big meal, especially Sunday morning. Well, no, not Sunday morning, sorry. Monday morning, getting ready to go into, the courthouse. And they woke everybody up about an hour before we had to leave. And we had to be there until around 8 o'clock. So everyone was up around 7, Yeah, I mean, it was even worse inside the prison, to be honest, or the jail. I don't know how to refer to it. It was even worse there. Everyone was up at 4:30 in the morning eating breakfast.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like did Jeff, Sokol and Ambrosio and Velez, did they ever kind of get together and say, hey, what the fuck just happened to us?
Definitely were like congregating.
Right.
They definitely talking amongst themselves. But they at that point it wasn't very like you couldn't really hear anything like that was very explicit. I mean, they obviously all knew what had just happened to them. They all had their individual, details, but I'm sure that they had a chance to discuss that prior even, whether or not they were brought in all around the same time or not, or, I just don't know. But they didn't really speak, outwardly amongst people about it.
Right.
Yeah. It's more along the lines of, we're going to try and call people and get out of here, but they were just going to get out.
Charles Lawrence was the older guy with the glasses and the beard. He was friends with Chris Hansen. Like they rode a train together in the Manhattan every day, so they knew each other. So when he saw Chris, he was immediately like, "Oh my God, Chris!" and he like ran out. And but the other guys didn't really seem to know who he was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely watched a decent amount of them,
Right.
And I mean, there definitely seem to be some people that were really surprised,
Mm-hmm.
Especially that Nancy guy seemed to be pretty surprised.
Who? Which guy?
Nancy.
Oh, Manzi, yeah. Yeah, he said, no, you're not. You're not Chris Hansen. And he's like, yeah, I am. And he was like, no, you're not.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no idea whatsoever, no clue. But, and I mean, I watched, obviously, Sokol's, and
right.
he just seemed very, like, well, I don't want to say smug, but,
You know who else was smug, too, was Joshua Cologne. He brought Chinese food. He got to bring his food to the interrogation, and he ate his fucking Chinese food while they were interrogating him.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Sokol, they didn't let him bring the pizza. I think they put it in the back of the police car, but he didn't have it in his interrogation.
Oh,
but
so they wanted the pizza is what happened.
Maybe, but Velez sat there and ate fucking Chinese food the whole time, like he was,
wow,
had not a care in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. I mean, I guess once you know that you're already in that position, and what you said is what you said, and it's on, written down, like,
right.
What else can you say at that point?
Yeah.
I guess you might as well eat your last good meal before the next time you're going to get out of jail.
Yeah. Yeah, and all the guys talked to the police too. Like they didn't have to talk to the police, but they all ended up, waiving their rights and giving interviews with the police.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know what to make of that, because people definitely have an opportunity to, they have the right to not.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys did okay, like Manzi and Tiriolo and maybe Gentile, because he kind of denied everything, and the cop got very mad at him, but he didn't say a whole lot.
Okay.
But Sokol and Velez and Ambrosio, they just, spilled their guts.
Wow.
And, Ambrosio had a link on his phone to a drive that had child porn on it. And who knows if the police would have found that, but he just flat out said, "Oh yeah, I got this on my phone. Here you go." And he caught another year just because of that.
I mean, talk about injury, insult to injury.
So did you know if everybody bailed out after the arraignment? Like, did you have your, minute in front of the judge and then you were done? Or did you all, wait around?
No, you had your minute in front of the judge and you were done. So they just kept pulling people through,
Right.
And there was different parts that they could send you to afterwards, like something called Part A or Part B. And so Part A was something more serious,
Gotcha.
There were lesser crimes that were held in, eventually were in the court of Part B.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they showed up to one of, Crime Watch Daily showed up to one of Sokol's hearings. Because I think Sokol was fighting it for a while. And then he finally pled guilty. But he was fighting it for a while and he's going to court. And he was coming out of court and Crime Watch Daily cameras were right in his face. He just turned around and went back into the court. It was hilarious.
Oh, God. Yeah,
and then there was, it's on his footage on Crime Watch Daily or True Crime Daily or whatever they call it now. And Dupuis, there was a news story when Dupuis went in front, people were yelling shit at him too. People in the courtroom were yelling all kinds of stuff at him.
That's got to be horrible no matter what.
Yeah, but Dupuis had a drug charge over him too. And so he had to go to court for that before he went for the sting. What was it? His drug dealer got busted. And as the drug dealer, I think the drug dealer got pulled over, if I remember the news story correctly. And the cop was going through his phone, and Dupuis messages "Hey, I need some more meth. Can I get some more meth from you?" So the cop's "Sure can."
Wow.
And then Dupuis went down there and got arrested. Yeah.
This is before or after?
Well, this happened maybe 6 or 8 months. I could be wrong, but a little bit before the sting. So he had that hanging over him when he got busted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a lot to handle at once.
And I think everybody is out now. I'm pretty sure, except Gentile. Gentile had child porn too, and he got I think 4.5 or 5 years. Ambrosio had the child porn, but they only gave him 2.5 years, and he only served 14 months.
Wow. That's because he said he gave it up, right?
Well, I think it's because he was, younger, and Gentile was 64, and he really fucking should have known better. Ambrosio was 19, and he was suffering from depression, and I guess they're going to give him more of a break. But there was a minimum, 1 year minimum for child porn, and then he got another 1.5 years for the sting, which is kind of people got generally 2 or 3 years, so he got a little bit less for the sting than the other people did.
Yeah.
And then he only served 12 or 14 months.
Oh. Wow.
And then that guy down in Virginia that never showed up, he got the most time because Virginia has stricter laws, so he ended up getting a 20-year sentence.
Yeah.
But he has to serve 10. So he's still in prison.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Was that guy another military guy or?
Yeah, Buchanan, Stephen Buchanan.
Buchanan was that guy down in Virginia also?
Yeah, that guy down in Virginia though was he was a colonel, I want to say,
Oh, wow.
or a major. You know, he was pretty high up. He was an officer, and he was in his 50s. They arrested him at the airport. Like he went somewhere and he came back, and the cops got him at the airport.
Wow.
But Buchanan was, you know, he served in Iraq, but he was out of the military. I think he was, you know, installing cable systems or something like that. But he wanted to be a cop. But what was really scary with him is he had that thing in the back of his car. I don't know. Did you see his footage?
No, but I did hear about.
He had a box in his car that had a gun, a legal gun, a knife, duct tape, a camera, and condoms.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I probably have all of those things too somewhere in my house, but I don't have them all in a box in my car. You know,
in your car, right?
Right? You know, your condoms and your knife and, you know, the shovel and a bag of lye. I mean, you know, what was he? And he wanted to take the decoy. He was like, come out of the house and I'm going to teach you how to drive. I wanted to take her to some like abandoned parking lot in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night and teach her how to drive.
Wow.
So that's a little bit spooky.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely spooky. I mean, that's a whole other level of creepy right there.
Yeah.
Especially adding in that what you had.
You know, and Gentile had a hotel room booked with a video camera set up in it.
Yeah. No, I did. I did hear about that as well. That's insane.
All right. Well, Mr. X, do you have anything else that you want to add?
No.
All right.
That's good fun.
Excellent. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for talking to me, okay?
No problem, Joe.
All right. See you later.